guys. Good to see everybody in chat. Y'all let me know if my sound is okay. Um, it's good to see everybody. Mike Wheeler, you're in first. Thanks for being here. Great to see everybody in the chat. Francisco, always good to see you. James Ryan, the incomparable James Ryan. Oh, Dean. Hey, Dean, at the live place. Good to see you. And Dean is kind of sponsored our chat tonight, which is top 10 Disney Imagineers. And we'll talk about that in just a few minutes. Piglet Roo loves Disney. Oh, hang on, guys. Top 10 Disney. Forgot to silence my phone. Elena, aloha. Good to see you. Alyssa Stenberg. Aw, good to see you guys. So good to see everybody here tonight. William is not with me tonight. He may pop in later. I'm not sure, but we are talking about our top 10 or my top 10 Disney Imagineers tonight. And I apologize, guys. We have just had a lot going on this week. We really have. We solicit your prayers. We've had just a lot hit us this week, and so it's been a challenge to get through, and so we appreciate everybody's prayers, and so I'm a little distracted, so y'all kind of bear with me. The sound is okay, guys. Let's see. Let me check. The sound is okay. Tina, hey. Okay, thanks, Dean. Yeah, thanks, Dean. Yeah. Hey, Dean. And Keith, good to see you. BDF, good to see you in the chat. Yeah, it's kind of been, wow, it's just kind of been, how's everybody else's week? I hope you guys are having a good week. We have been kind of struggling this week, kind of, getting through it, and I'm hoping it'll get better, but we have been kind of struggling a little bit. Okay, thanks, Tina. Thanks for that. Dean at the live place. And you guys may have been watching other people's streams too, but Dean at the live place had an idea for a kind of a collab with all of us YouTubers, Disney YouTubers, and some who are just kind of in our circle have chosen to do this. Oh, hey, Russ. Good to see you. So good to see everybody. And Stacy, good to see you. It's so nice. It's really encouraging to see everybody here. Thanks so much, guys. Dean is organize this, and it's a top 10 list. We're to do our top 10 favorite things, or a list of top 10 something that we really like. So my idea, and I've kind of been thinking about this for a while, guys, was to do a top 10 Disney Imagineers. Y'all know that we love the history of the Disney parks, and we love to talk about the Imagineers and all the contributions that they've made. There have been so many over the years. A lot of them are now Disney legends. And so, I thought I would talk about my top 10 favorite Disney Imagineers. Now, you guys probably have your top, favorite Imagineers. I know most of us who love Disney as much as we do, and in this community, are familiar with a lot of the Imagineers, the early Imagineers, our current Imagineers, which has had Joe Rohde retire, and so we'll be talking about that a little bit tonight. But it just seemed like a good place to start. Wow, the chat's really jumping. Thanks so much for being here, guys. I really appreciate it. So, but we're going to start with a little today in Disney history. I'm a little lost without William. Can you tell? In 1924, Lillian Bounds from Idaho, and Lillian's the future wife of Walt Disney, starts working at the Disney studio in Hollywood. She worked for Disney as an ink and paint girl, making $15 a week. Lillian was recommended by her sister's friend, who is also an employee. She took the job because it was within walking distance of her older sister Hazel's house, and it didn't require her to spend bus fare. She met Walt Disney while she was there, and the rest, as they say, is history. They got married. Walt is quoted as saying, "I didn't have enough money to pay her, so I married her instead." So, and we're glad that he did. Lillian actually was Walt's reason for calling Mickey Mouse Mickey Mouse. His first idea was Mortimer Mouse. I don't know if you guys know that or not. A lot of you probably do, but Lillian didn't like it. She said, "No, that's not quite right. How about Mickey?" And so we have Lillian to thank for the fact that we have Mickey and not Mortimer Mouse. Yes, William is fine. Well, like I said, we've got a lot going on this week, guys. He may pop in later, but yes, thank you for asking. He's fine. Let's see, kind of catch up in the chat. Thanks, James, for reminding everybody to give us a thumbs up if you guys like our content. It's so good to see everybody. And Russ, yeah. So in 1942, award-winning star of stage and screen Michael Crawford, whose CD, The Disney Album, was released in September of 2001, was born in Salisbury, Wiltshire, England. Michael Crawford, I don't know how many of you know the name, but it caught my eye because I am a huge fan of the Phantom of the Opera. I was blessed to be able to see Michael Crawford in the Phantom of the Opera on Broadway in New York City before he passed that along to another actor. Michael Crawford is known as probably the best actor who ever portrayed the Phantom of the Opera. It's just still running on Broadway, by the way. His career spans 4 decades, and he performed not only in the United States, but in Britain. Now, I thought it was interesting. I find out reading these every week in preparation for the show, so many people that I didn't know have Disney connections. And Michael Crawford was one that I didn't realize had a Disney connection. He starred in the 1981 Disney comedy adventure film Condor Man. And he played, he played the role of Cornelius Hackle in the 1969 musical feature Hello, Dolly, which I also didn't know. But his Disney connection was in 1981 in Condor Man. I don't know if that's on Disney Plus or not. Some of you may know for sure whether or not that's on a Disney Plus. But Michael Crawford, if you guys are familiar with Phantom of the Opera or you're Phantom of the Opera fans, you will definitely know that name. Coaster FAQs, hey, welcome in. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Let's see. Let me go back over. Okay. 1946, on this day, singer, songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, and it definitely emphasis on the multi, actress, author, businesswoman, and humanitarian Dolly Parton was born in Pittman Center, Tennessee, selling more than 100 million records worldwide. She also achieved success as a songwriter for others. Her 1980 hit song, 9 to 5, appeared in the compilation special Down and Out with Donald Duck as part of a montage of scenes featuring Donald Duck working different odd jobs. The song also used in the end credits of Gravity Falls episode Summer Wing. So Dolly also has an interesting Disney connection. So many people do, guys. Parton appeared on the ABC special Walt Disney World's 15th birthday celebration. She also supplied the voice for Dolly Gnome in the 2011 computer animated Romeo and Juliet. So, and she was also on Hannah Montana. She portrayed Hannah's Aunt Dolly. So even Dolly Parton has that Disney connection. And she actually, I love Dolly Parton. I'm originally from Tennessee, as you guys know, and so I'm a big Dolly Parton fan. Oh, you have that album, Russ? Yeah. So that was kind of cool. And today's her birthday. Let's see. Okay, now this was an interesting one. In 1964, and many of you will remember the movie The Rookie, starring Dennis Quaid. The teacher turned Major League Baseball pitcher Jim Morris was born in Brownwood, Texas. And his story, of course, was the subject of the 2002 release of The Rookie. Great movie. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. Jim Morris was I want to say, a chemistry, algebra teacher, I think, who was also like the baseball coach at his local high school, and his kids encouraged him to. They made a deal if they could win, their high school championship, then he would try out for the big leagues because his kids really felt that he had a shot. He did. He made it. He actually played for the Devil Rays, I want to say. I think he played for the Devil Rays for a couple of years. So that was a really neat movie, and it is on, I believe that one's on Disney Plus. It's The Rookie. 1997, Disney legend Adriana Caselotti, who supplied the voice and personality to Walt Disney's first feature-length cartoon heroine Snow White, died at her home in Los Angeles, California, following a battle with cancer. She was 80 years old. Caselotti was 19 when she became the voice of the title character in Walt Disney's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. In November 1972, she guest starred on an episode of the Julie Andrews Hour, saluting the music of Walt Disney, singing "I'm Wishing" and "Someday My Prince Will Come." Wouldn't that be wonderful to see that? I don't remember that particular episode, but that would be really neat. We might be able to find that, actually look that episode up. And Roy Disney is quoted as saying, "We really feel as if we've lost a member of the family. Adriana played such an important part in our history and became the true embodiment of that wonderful character." So in 2010, it was reported that Disney's first resort in Hawaii has been named Aulani, a Disney resort and spa. The 21-acre resort, which is scheduled to open in fall of 2011, is to have 360 hotel rooms and 481 DVC club villas. Aulani means, quote, "the place that speaks for the great ones," or "the place that speaks with deep messages." So that's pretty cool. Aulani. They announced the name for that Hawaiian resort, and many of us have been there. I know Elena, who is our in the chat, has been to Aulani. Have any of you been? A Condor Man is not on Disney Plus. Thanks, Stacy. Have any of you been to Aulani? I hear it's fabulous. There are several YouTubers who have done vlogs and live streams and what have you from Aulani. So it's really, really a wonderful place. So it was named, and the name was announced in 2010. So Aulani is a fairly new resort, I guess. It hasn't, technically it hasn't been there too long. Let's see if I can catch up in chat. Okay, you guys are talking in chat. Okay. It's good to see everybody tonight again. Okay, let's jump into this. This list, guys, I love so many Disney Imagineers. And so this list is not necessarily in any kind of order. I don't know that I would necessarily assign that this is my top 10 list in this order. These are just my favorites, or some of my favorites, not even all my favorites, but some of my favorite Imagineers. And so we're going to just kind of talk about it. Now, if you guys know that Walt established WED Enterprises, and WED, W-E-D, are his initials, Walter Elias Disney. And so he established WED Enterprises, and that was kind of the base or the name of the Imagineering wing or section of Walt Disney World, or for Walt for Disney, excuse me. This would be probably before and after the building of Disneyland. And so WED Enterprises was the first name of Disney Imagineering. Now, I think that obviously has changed now, but for many, many years, it was the name of the animation, the artistic section of Disney, which is where so many of the ideas, well, all the ideas for everything that Walt could dream up and come up with, all of the things that were in his head for Disneyland, for the rides, for the attractions, all of that was in his head, and he realizes that he needed a team, obviously, to make all this happen. And so we're going to talk tonight about the early Imagineers who helped make Disneyland a reality, and several who also have worked on Disney World as well. So number 10 is Claude Coates. Claude Coates was a master of perpetuating hope for what society could accomplish. Claude Coates worked on such classics as Carousel of Progress and Horizons. So now Horizons, as I recall, I guess I don't ever remember having ridden Horizons. It was an attraction at Epcot. I probably did, but I don't. It was so long ago, I don't remember it. But I know that most people that I talk to, most Disney fans, say that it was probably the best ride at Epcot ever. That it was just an amazing ride. I think I vaguely remember riding Horizons. Claude Coates was instrumental in the development of Epcot in its early days. He designed or assisted in designing the vast majority of Future World. So Claude Coates was very instrumental in the front part, if you will, or the Future World part of Epcot that is now being redesigned. And yes, it does need an update, but he was one of the lead Imagineers for Epcot. And of course, I totally love that section of the park, and we love Epcot. And so I did not realize who was in charge of that. And so Claude Coates was the Imagineer in charge of most of it and oversaw a lot of it, and had a great philosophy and just a positive attitude towards the future, which is, Horizons was amazing, Tina. I think I wrote it. I think I did. I think I wrote it. Let's see. Yeah, that's true, Russ. I could just cheat and talk about the 9 old men and Walt. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. There's so many great Imagineers. Like I said, I just picked some, and a couple of these are my favorites, but at any rate, yeah, they're just, wow, lots of talent. So the next one that I ran across is Tony Baxter. Now, Tony Baxter started as a young ice cream seller sneaking around Pirates of the Caribbean before it was finished. And he absolutely, he loved Disney like all these other folks, and started very, very young, as many of them did. So many of the Imagineers didn't start as Imagineers. They grew up working in the parks, and then, progressed and were promoted to Imagineers. So Tony Baxter is responsible for Big Thunder Mountain and Splash Mountain, along with several others. But his main contribution was to Frontierland, and so Tony Baxter had a lot to do. Of course, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad and Splash Mountain are both in Frontierland, and so Tony Baxter is responsible for much of what you see in Frontierland, and I absolutely love Frontierland. one of my favorite attractions there is the Country Bears. I hope they never take Country Bears away, guys. I know at some point we'll probably get an update or something, but I hope that it doesn't go away. Let's see. Yeah. Tina says, I only got to ride Horizons once. It was the first time I went to Walt Disney World in 95, but it was really cool. Yeah. See, Tina, I think I rode it too. I'm going to have to go back through some of my older pictures and see if I might accidentally run across some pictures of Horizons. I do. Yeah. We love Frontierland too. Dean, we really do. Okay. This next one, the next guy, Javier Atencio, or X, as he preferred to be known, had a knack for coming up with catchy song lyrics and ride narration. Haunted Mansion, yes, he did. He did Haunted Mansion. Now you guys know how much we love our Haunted Mansion. And if you ever had grim, grinning ghosts stuck in your head, you can thank X. He was the writer of that song, and he is the voice of the ghoul who's trapped in the coffin. So that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna listen. I mean, I can hear his voice in my head, but that's pretty cool to know who that is. Also, Pirates of the Caribbean. He did the Pirates of the Caribbean song, which is, I mean, both of those are Grim Grinning Ghost and Pirates of the Caribbean. Oh my goodness, those are just wow. That he did both of those is really incredible. He's also the voice of the talking skull at the beginning of the Disneyland version. Dead Men Tell No Tales. Dead Men Tell No Tales. Can y'all hear that? I can hear that in my head. Dead Men Tell No Tales. That is X. So cool to know. Yeah, Dane, I've heard that. Horizons was the greatest attraction of all time. I sure have. I'm gonna look it up, guys. I'm gonna dig out some of my older pictures and see if I have any pictures. I wonder if Rob Fuzz has. He may have some ride-throughs. Rob Fuzz is, if you guys don't know Rob Fuzz, our good friend, please check out his channel. He has some great throwback videos. I mean, amazing stuff of older attractions like Horizons and others that were there. And he just does a great job on his channel of preserving all that for us. So by all means, check him out, and I'm going to have to, or check out his channel, and I'm going to have to look and see if he has Horizons. I think he does, if I remember correctly. Okay, next is Mark Davis and Alice Davis. So Mark and Alice Davis, distinguished Imagineer noted for his stylized character design and comedic sight gags, designed most of the characters in the Jungle Cruise. How cool is that? The Enchanted Tiki Room. He also did the Enchanted Tiki Room, Pirates of the Caribbean. He contributed to Haunted Mansion, Carousel of Progress, Country Bear Jamboree, America Sings, and many other classic attractions. Mark Davis was just a very, Mark and Alice, just really prolific Disney Imagineer. We know a lot of his work. Is so familiar, and he contributed, heavily to those classic favorites. They were responsible for nearly all of the classic rides you still know and love, and they were simply everywhere, often working together, husband and wife. They were the only married couple that both have windows on Main Street, so that's kind of cool. And again, their list of accomplishments includes a Country Bear Jamboree. It's a Small World with Mary Blair, who obviously Mary Blair. It's a Small World is just a showcase of her work. The Enchanted Tiki Room and Carousel of Progress. The pair also did a great deal of work on Pirates of the Caribbean and Haunted Mansion. So Mark and Alice Davis. Just so many of those fantastic, rides in Magic Kingdom that we all love so much. The classic stuff. Marty Sklar, I've got as number 6. Martin, oh wow, Marty Sklar, and I know you guys recognize his name, was a legend among legends. To say what he did would take all night to cover his career. He was just incredible, and he never stopped. Marty Sklar worked until the day he retired. He was just a hard worker, and Marty did everything from design to animation. I think Marty Sklar actually had a hand in every single classic Disney project somewhere along the line. So he didn't retire until 2009. So Marty Sklar, he was, just an amazing Imagineer. And I believe that all of the guys and ladies that I'm going to mention are Disney legends. So you can look it up on D23. I think they're Disney legends. Okay, Stacy, is your wallet open again? Waited a couple hours, Hot Topic cash again. Oh no, some of them sold out. I hate to hear that for you. So sorry. Oh man. Yeah, One Little Spark. Right, Stacy? Yeah, I would love to read that. One Little Spark. I need to make a note of that and get that one. I think it would be absolutely great to read that. Yeah, absolutely great. I'm sure that's a good one. Next, after Marty Sklar, I have the Sherman Brothers. Okay. Now, I'll have to say no top 10 list would be complete without the Sherman Brothers. Robert and Richard Sherman, and most of you guys, you recognize the name, of course. Their songwriting is just Disney legend. They created the musical scores for Carousel of Progress, There's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow, It's a Small World, in the Tiki 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 Room for Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room. They absolutely, if it's a song that gets stuck in your head or that is absolutely amazing for Disney, Robert and Richard Sherman probably wrote it. They are just amazing. Let's see. Along with an incredible amount of work on Walt Disney films, they were the reason that that song is still stuck in your head. So, yeah, we absolutely. One Little Spark. They also did One Little Spark for the Journey into Imagination. So, golly, the Sherman Brothers guys. What amazing contributions. They were just incredible. And if you get a chance, if you get a chance to read around any on their lives, it's just amazing. It really is. Oh, hey, Jonathan, good to see you. Yes, they did, James. They did write Feed the Birds. And for Mary Poppins, the song called Feed the Birds. And some people, tag that one as being their very best work. I think that may have been their best work. And a lot of people even say that that's the best Disney song ever. And it really is. It really is an amazing one. I don't know that I would necessarily argue with that. Okay. A Horizons vlog. Okay. Can you put that up, Stacy? Stacy says, Stacy Rogers, one of our great ghost hosts, has a link to a Good Horizons vlog. And, now that you mention it, Stacy, I think I did see a Horizons video. Seems like maybe Josh's dad did that. Maybe that's what it was that he, and they put that up. So yeah, that would be great. Absolutely. Put that up. I'm trying to kind of catch up catch up in chat, guys. I'm sorry I haven't been keeping up with chat. Danny, welcome in. I'm sorry if I missed you. I missed you in the chat, guys. I've been talking and not keeping up with it. Yeah, Horizons. Yeah, and this is one, guys. Oh wow, wouldn't it be great if with the refurb, you know, Walcott, we're all kind of calling Epcot Walcott right now because that's pretty much all that's there is walls, because they have everything under construction. Everything is behind a construction wall. So, but wouldn't it be great if somehow they were to bring back, you know, some version of that ride? It would really be amazing. I think most people would absolutely love it. It apparently, and not just was it a great attraction, but it went so well with Epcot, with the theme of Epcot. One little spark, you know, imagination, and where your imagination can take you. Hey, Kadani, Sean, good to see you. Yeah, so wouldn't that be great if we saw something like that? Would be really, really cool. Okay, next, number 4 that I have, and of course you guys are going to recognize this name, Bob Gurr. Wow. Bob Gurr is responsible for the designing of ride vehicles for most of Disneyland's history. Without Bob Gurr, the Magic Kingdom would not have the vast majority of its ride vehicles. Bob was tasked with almost every, designing almost every ride vehicle for all the attractions in Disneyland. So pretty cool. And I think it's really neat. I saw it may have been on Disney Plus. I probably was watching Disney Plus at the time. Him talking about designing the ride vehicles and most of the track and what have you for the Matterhorn. So, and we have a visitor here, guys. Let's get over. William's going to join us. Let me unplug. I'm going to unplug my here we go. Let's see.
Hate to crash the stream on you.
That's okay. No, I'm glad you did. We are on Bob Gurr. We were talking about.
Nice.
We're talking about Bob Gurr. I know we didn't do this. That may.
Yeah.
That. Okay. Can everybody hear us? Okay. Sound check.
Hey, can everybody hear us?
Sound check.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Let us know if you can hear both of us. Okay.
By all means, guys, let us know. Yeah, we were talking about Bob Gurr. Would it have been, William, Disney Plus, where we were watching the interview with Bob Gurr, where he talks about actually designing the Matterhorn bobsleds? I want to say
it might have been.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's on Disney Plus, but just golly, I would love to meet Bob Gurr.
Yeah.
Would that be nuts? And he's there, guys. He's still around. Man, yeah, Russ.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've heard. That he's a hoot. He does a bus tour throughout Disney properties and tells his history. Oh yeah,
that'd be amazing.
Man, golly, if we can ever get over this, that would be, yeah. Oh, Corey! I knew that Corey had met Bob Gurr. Stacy, what was the deal? I didn't realize that he yelled. I bet he yelled at him. I've seen.
That's funny.
Yeah, I've seen the picture. I know that Corey met Bob Gurr, but yeah, I didn't remember. There's got to be a good story there. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Tina.
Hey to everybody in the chat. It's good to see y'all in the chat with us tonight.
Oh yeah! Wow, that would be ridiculous to get to meet him. There were many rides designed for Disneyland. The Magic Kingdom borrowed a lot of inspiration or just copied designs from those early rides. But Bob Gurr was behind all of those. He, and in my brain, I'm remembering this interview that was done with him, and he talks about, designing a ride vehicle and the shape was wrong or something was wrong with it. So, he all of them he had to go back and tweak, and but you can imagine, especially the ones for the Matterhorn, because that's basically a roller coaster. And so, and if I'm not mistaken, the Matterhorn was one of the first roller coasters in the country.
Wow.
And so he was pretty much on his own. He was inventing the wheel.
Yeah.
With I believe that's right. You guys may know in the chat. Let's see.
Neat.
The monorail. The monorail. Yeah.
Yeah, Mike says that he was behind the monorail and also the Omni Mover. That's pretty awesome.
Makes sense. Golly, yeah. Man, these I think Imagineers is just such a great name for these wonderful people who just brought Disneyland and Disney World alive for us. I'm in awe of the talent and the creative genius and just the ability to take an idea. Walt said, "I want this," and they did it. It's just, I'm really, meeting Bob Gurr. Maybe we need to add that to the top of our list.
Yeah, bucket list.
That would be
Disney bucket list.
Amazing. Yeah, the Matterhorn was. Russ is the Matterhorn was the first tubular steel track coaster. Yeah, I knew that it was. It had a first, a claim to fame as being a first, and so, essentially, Bob Gurr created the wheel.
Yeah,
on that, literally.
Wow.
Yeah, in the Western Hemisphere. Yeah, and Mike is confirming what you're saying there, Russ. Is that golly? That just is amazing. We're just. Again, they don't call them Disney legends for no reason, guys.
Go grab a drink real quick.
Okay. Yeah. So and so, that would be amazing to try to figure out, when and where. Hopefully, we'll be over all the Corona stuff at some point, and we could actually do that. Make Bob Gurr. That would be nuts. Okay, next, guys, and I'm going to spend a little time on this one because of his ties to the Haunted Mansion. And that is Raleigh Crump. Raleigh Crump had so much to do with the Haunted Mansion. He and this guy his career began as a kid who just really, really loved Disneyland. And he just he got a job scooping ice cream at Disneyland so he could get into the park for free. And he eventually found his path to Imagineering, after kind of working his way up through the ranks. And he was caught sneaking into Pirates of the Caribbean before it opened. And Claude Coates, who we talked about at the beginning, he was first on our list. The Imagineer that was first on our list caught him, and rather than being upset with him, he gave him a personal tour of the attraction, which probably only served to seal Raleigh Crump's, his love of all things Imagineering and that one little spark. So Raleigh Crump. He is responsible for the iconic clock on It's a Small World attraction, that clock face that we all love so much. So he worked on It's a Small World, obviously with Mary Blair, but he's best known as the designer of the Haunted Mansion.
Wow.
Guys, Raleigh Crump was the so instrumental in the design of the Haunted Mansion. He's even honored inside the ride. One of the Phantom Five, the five bus singing at the Grim Grinning Ghost song. is named Rollo. Now, I didn't know this. Rollo Rumpkin, which is a nod to Raleigh Crump. I did not know that. I ran
That's
across
interesting.
that.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, in my reading around. And the dune buggies, the characters, so many of the characters inside the Haunted Mansion, he designed all of them.
Mhm.
And it was in 1957 that Walt asked animator Ken Anderson, as well as Yale Gracie, recognize the name Gracie, and Raleigh Crump to come up with ideas for a haunted house that would be part of Frontierland. Then in the 1960s, a 3-story Victorian structure was finally built in New Orleans, in the New Orleans Square area of Disneyland. It was inspired by the Stanley Lydecker House in Baltimore, Maryland, and also Stanton Hall. And we actually have the Stanton Hall property.
Mhm.
We have video up on our channel. Jillian actually visited.
It's in Natchez, Mississippi.
In Natchez, Mississippi. And so we have a video up on Stanton Hall. So the Stanley Lydecker House and the Stanton Hall property were both, and when you look at pictures of both of those, you can see they're almost identical to the Haunted Mansion in Disneyland. So it's set, it's the Haunted Mansion. They weren't quite sure what to do with the Haunted Mansion at first. They didn't know if they wanted to go, all scary, if they wanted to do funny. Eventually it of course became sort of a mixture of both.
Yeah.
But it did sit empty for a while because they weren't sure which direction to go with it. I believe Walt passed in the interim there, and they really weren't sure what direction they wanted to go with it. And then of course when they picked it back up, they finished it, and we're just glad they did, because Haunted Mansion is one of our best. Of course, in my opinion, the best.
Yeah.
The best classic attraction. And I love, what's your favorite, William? The one in Disneyland or the one in Disney World?
That's tough, because I've only seen the one with Disneyland with the Nightmare Before Christmas overlay.
Yeah.
So it's hard to really give a definite answer.
And I've never seen it with the overlay.
Yeah, the overlay is incredible. So yeah, I'll have to reserve judgment until I have the opportunity to hopefully eventually get to see the regular version too.
Yeah. Let's see. Mike, am I behind in the chat here? The house that Garrett and Michelle went to still hasn't put out a video. Okay. Let's see. Okay, not sure there. You can tell us what you're talking about there, if you're talking about the Haunted Mansion, Mike, or something else. But anyway, Raleigh Crump, the Haunted Mansion would not be what it is without Raleigh Crump. And I suspect that he was heavily involved in, the discussion and debate about which direction to go with it, whether to make it, how scary do we make it? They probably realized they couldn't make it, really, really scary because of the kids. It's a the families that would be going through there. So they kind of settled on a mixture, funny and scary. And I think they really hit it out of the park. So most definitely. So Raleigh Crump. Number 2 is going to be a really familiar name, guys. Joe Rohde.
Recently retired Joe Rohde.
Wow. I don't know that we can say enough about Joe Rohde's contribution to Disney. He's pretty much responsible for all of Animal Kingdom, and his attention to authenticity in buildings, walls, everything there, the things that are in each area, the Africa section, Asia, everything. It is not, Animal Kingdom is incredible. and it is one of our favorite parks. It's not cheesy looking, if you will. And I think that with a theme park like that, they could have gone a whole different direction with that. They really could have. It could have been something so different than what it was, and it was Joe Rohde that gave us that amazing authenticity, and kind of kept us true to the actual destinations and countries themselves. Because Joe Rohde, I think Joe Rohde is just a traveler at heart. I think that seems to be his main passion. And so, and let's not forget about Pandora.
Yeah.
As well. He worked very closely with James Cameron on the creation of Pandora. And so, man, how can we overestimate his contribution to Disney? It's just incredible. He has a deep respect for the animals of the park. He helped push forward a lot of Disney's conservation efforts, and he also oversaw, of course, the creation of Pandora, which we mentioned, the world of Avatar in Animal Kingdom, and in his earliest days at Disney, he was a sculptor on the Mexico Pavilion.
Wow!
In Epcot.
That's right. I remember reading that.
Yeah. Now, I did not know that. I didn't remember that. And of course, the source of his power is earring.
Yeah. If you've seen pretty much any Disney documentary, and you see a lot of different faces that pop up on the screen and stuff, but man, it's once you see the guy with the crazy earring, it's
you don't forget.
You don't forget.
You don't forget him. I'll never forget the first time I actually saw Joe Rohde in an interview or whatever. The first few times that they interviewed him, they kind of had him turn, so that you couldn't see the earring. Maybe they felt like it was too. It is kind of it is pretty outlandish.
Disney's always had kind of the outward appearance.
Right.
Having a very professional look about you, and so obviously, Joe's look is a little bit outside of that realm. With the earring, so
it is. They kind of in those early interviews, they kind of have him turn away. Not anymore. Yeah, he is who he is. But now I read this. I'm assuming this is true. That it started with his 5-year anniversary pin. He stuck it through an existing earring hole, and it was heavy, so it made the hole stretch. And then the rest is history. He started to add mementos to it. And there's a culture, I want to say in Africa, maybe Kenya, that does the whole earring, ear stretching thing. And I think he started that and then began to put charms and things from his trip on his earring. So on his ear. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's Joe Rohde. It's classic Joe Rohde, and man, he's another one that I would just
it'd be
probably fangirl out if I ever met Joe Rohde. Have any of you ever met Joe Rohde? Maybe James. Has any of you ever met Joe Rohde? Oh, thanks, Shelley. Yeah, I think it's African too. Stacy, I'd have to look it up to know for sure. But yeah.
Tina says he also oversaw the decor of Animal Kingdom Lodge. He didn't do the architecture. He took the design from that point and ran with it. Wow.
Yeah. Joe Rohde, I highly recommend, by the way, and I've said this before, I highly recommend his Instagram. His Instagram account is utterly and completely incredible.
Oh, neat. Mike says I got to meet him during the 10th anniversary of Animal Kingdom.
Stop it.
Because I was part of the 10th anniversary ceremony.
Oh,
that's awesome.
My gosh. Mike, you did not.
Welcome in, Daniel.
Do you have pictures? Do you have pictures? Wow, Mike. Oh man, that's incredible. That's incredible. And thanks, Hey, Disinfinity. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, welcome in, Daniel.
Do you think Josh has met him? I bet he has. Golly, yeah. I might kind of get tongue tied if I met Joe Rohde.
Yeah.
I think I might get kind of tongue tied if I met Joe Rohde, for sure. Okay, and he did, he did recently retire, and that's going to be a big loss, guys.
Yeah.
That Joe Rohde's retirement. I realize that that there, we have talent everywhere.
Yeah.
There's talent coming from everywhere, but some people are just special.
Yeah.
Some people just, I don't think that Joe Rohde missed his calling in being an Imagineer. It absolutely is just a part of him, and his he kind of thinks different.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, he just has given us so much, and we really appreciate him and wish him a happy retirement. But man, I think we're gonna miss him.
Yeah, Mike said he gave his old work boots that he wore for 40 years to the Disney archives when he retired.
Yeah, I did see that
too.
I saw that on Instagram. Yeah.
Elena said he also worked on Alani as well.
He did, Elena? Oh, wow.
She said he lived there for a little bit, but she never got to see him.
Okay. Yeah, see, I didn't know that, Elena. I didn't know that Joe Rohde worked on Alani. That's pretty cool. I may have to look that up and do a little reading on that for sure. Okay, and oh yeah, it kind of is for me too, Tina. It kind of is for me too. Let's see. Yes, there you go, Russ. Adventures
Alani.
Club. Let's see.
Yeah, there you go. Animal Kingdom, Everest, Tower of Terror at Tokyo Disney Sea, model for Harrison Hightower III.
Yes.
Adventurers Club, Captain EO, Norway
Crazy.
Pavilion, New Fantasyland, Mexico Pavilion, the American Adventure, ImageWorks, and Dreamfinder. Yeah, it's amazing.
Tons and tons of stuff, and all of those things are, all of those things stand out. Those are all just incredible. The Adventurers Club, I never went to the Adventurers Club, but I've heard. I know that a lot of people were really, really sad when that went away. I did know that he was probably the model for Harrison Hightower, who is a member of the SEA. And so if you guys are not familiar with the SEA, look it up because it's fascinating.
Yeah, who did you say did a good series on that? Was it
Josh at Triple P? Yeah, Josh at Triple P did a great series on all of the members of the SEA, and those people, are. I've been a Disney fan for years and years and years, and did not know about the SEA.
Same here.
Right. So you guys go to Triple P. Josh has a great series on members of the SEA. You will enjoy it. You absolutely will enjoy it.
Let's see.
Catch up here.
Jim from More Sunshine Please says, I got to see Joe Rohde speak at D23 back in 2019. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is too cool.
Yeah. Could you imagine reading Joe Rohde's resume? Wow. He has probably forgotten more than I can ever put on a resume. I bet you. Yeah. He's utterly incredible, and we will miss him. We will miss his influence. Skipper Canteen is somewhat a part of the SEA. It is. Yeah, absolutely. And okay. And last but not least, and as I said, guys, these are not necessarily in any kind of order. I don't, these guys are so wonderful and have such incredible contributions to Disney history that it would be really hard to rank them. I don't know if you could, but the number one on my list is Mary Blair. I've mentioned her before as being one of my favorite Imagineers, and this little putting together this little list has kind of inspired me to do some more digging on some of these folks. Mary Blair, in particular, probably one of the more well-known Imagineers. She worked in the art department at Disney Animation. She painted some of the first looks at Alice in Wonderland and Cinderella, and many of the color palettes and looks of those films were directly inspired by her paintings. Mary's role in Imagineering was not nearly as large as many others on the list, but it was one that let her fantastic use of color and shape shine. And that's what Mary Blair is probably most known for.
Yeah.
She sort of threw the rule book out on colors and shapes, and colors that you could put together and shapes that you could put together. And she just essentially threw them out the window.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see all of that in It's a Small World. She was the main designer of It's a Small World, and all of the beautiful shapes and colors that are in there. That is a showcase of Mary Blair's work. So I love her work. I love what I love about the ladies who were members of WED and who were early Imagineers is, guys, they all did it in a skirt and heels.
Mm-hmm.
There was a dress code. They wore skirts and heels. A lot of the guys wore slacks and ties, and that wonderful work ethic, I think, really came through in their professionalism and what they turned out. So yeah, Mary Blair, she had an eye. So many of the everything that you see in It's a Small World, but also she's responsible for the mosaics and murals at Disneyland and Disney World. Of course, we all know that gigantic mosaic mural in the main concourse at the Contemporary with the three-legged goat. She's responsible for that. And then didn't she also do the mosaic inside of the castle? I think she also.
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure she also did that mosaic. Let's see. Oh, I know. Disney has so many icons. Right, Disinfinity. The five-legged goat. I was right.
There you go.
I knew it wasn't the right number, Stacy. Yeah, the five-legged goat. Yeah, so funny. And I have gone by there and picked and made it I think I've actually taken a picture of that goat because he's kind of become his own little legend. We don't know why Mary gave him 5 legs, but yeah. Well, now, Russ, I didn't know that about you. I really didn't. But since you brought it up, I won't ask questions. I'll just let that one go. Russ, okay, Garrett wants to know if you work as a cocktail waitress. I don't know, Oh, my goodness. But anyway, that's my list.
Yeah.
Let's go back over it. Tell me, guys, what your list looks like. Put in the chat, what your favorite Imagineers, who rises to the top with you. I started with Claude Coates at number 10, Tony Baxter at number 9, Javier Atencio, also known as X, preferred to be called Mark and Alice Davis, Marty Sklar, the Sherman Brothers, Bob Gurr, Raleigh Crump, the incomparable Joe Rohde, and Mary Blair. And that rounds out my list. Who do you guys like? Yeah, Tony Baxter.
Yeah, let us know if there's anybody that you would have included on your list.
Yeah, who did we forget?
Yeah.
Guys, I know that we all kind of have, have people that we gravitate to as far as their designs. And a lot of it has to do with our favorite rides and things, I think, and who contributed. Yeah, Marty Sklar and Bob Gurr for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. But who do y'all, let us know in the chat who we forgot, because there's so many of them. This is not by any means an exhaustive list, of course, but you can go on the D23 website actually and look up the Disney legends. So many of these great animators and Imagineers are Disney legends, and that's a pretty interesting list to go in there and look at who has been inducted as a Disney legend. Now, there's one other that I wanted to mention because he retired, or actually he'll be retiring soon. Kevin Rafferty has announced that he will retire in April 1st of this year. And he has been working for Disney for 42 years with the company. Kevin grew up less than 10 miles from Disneyland in Orange County, California, and that's where he started his career. He started as a dishwasher at the Plaza Inn at Disneyland.
Wow.
And one day while he was picking up his uniform, he saw a sign saying, "Mickey wants you" on the bulletin board. WED Enterprises were looking for people to help in the development of something called Epcot. And he was very intrigued. That's how he got his start in Imagineering. He worked on such attractions as Cars Land, Tower of Terror, Test Track, Rock and Roller Coaster, Finding Nemo's Submarine Voyage, and Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Wow.
So, yeah. So Kevin Rafferty. And he has announced his retirement. He will retire on April 1st.
Yeah.
Is what we've heard.
Another one I saw, the vice president of Disney's Animal Kingdom. This was, I think, it was January 13th. Juwan Rivers, vice president of Animal Kingdom, has announced his retirement, and he got a big long, praise and congratulations Instagram post from Joe Rohde. This is the culmination of 30 years working for Disney, over 30 years working for Disney. It says that he served as general manager of the Wilderness Lodge, vice president of Downtown Disney, now Disney Springs, vice president for new business development of Disney Parks and Resorts, vice president of Aulani, the Disney Resort in Hawaii, and vice president for hotel and business solutions for Disneyland Paris. So quite the diverse background and career there working for Disney. And so, yeah, it's tough to see, so many of these people that have played key roles in making the parks what they are today, to step down or, decide to retire and leave the company. Right. So it's tough. I know that they are great about passing on knowledge,
mentoring.
Yeah. And mentoring as well. And so, remain hopeful, for the future. But it's tough to see all these, these significant icons and figures, retire and leave the company.
Yeah, I have the same. Thought there, Russ. It worries me, but I, surely have faith that there's a lot of talent coming up, and that these great men have not forgotten to mentor. Mentor the kids coming up, because they were mentored by somebody, obviously. Mm-hmm. And so, and I agree with you. Walt Disney himself is the ultimate Imagineer. He was the original Imagineer. Without him, the rest would never have had jobs, or nothing would have happened without Walt. And so I think you're absolutely right about that thing.
Yeah, Daniel says Josh Tomorrow. He's a bright light for so many cast members. Mike Wheeler says Tom Nabby is also one of his favorites.
Yeah, absolutely. The thing is, the thing that you could go back and pick out your favorites and say, okay, I'm going to start with 2 or 3 of these great people and look into their careers and find pictures of them and of what you could, and it's just fascinating. I think it's always fascinating to me for somebody like, say, a Joe Rohde or a Bob Gurr to know where they came from. What influenced them. Where did you grow up? What influenced you? To pursue a career in such an artistic way. And really, WED Enterprises and those early Imagineers, and really Disney Imagineering today is somewhat of an exclusive one of a kind gig.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's no other Disney.
Mhm.
You know, there is no other Disney. You're not going to be working on, you know, on anything like that anywhere else really,
Yeah.
other than Disney. So it's a very unique career.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So yeah. Oh, Dad Belts. Hey.
Hey, welcome in, Chris.
Good to see you. We are just kind of wrapping up we're talking about our top 10 favorite, or my top 10. William probably would have had a little bit different list, but Disney Imagineers.
Yeah.
And so we just love the history and learning about the Imagineers and where they came from, what motivated them, you know, to go into Imagineering, and how they ultimately ended up as Imagineers. So Mike Wheeler had mentioned Tom Nabby. His story is really fascinating. So let's see. Oh, okay. Stacy, put your wallet away. You and Garrett are bad influences on each other.
There were a lot of great Funko Pops that were released today as part of the was it the Funko Fair, I think is what it was called.
Okay.
There were a lot of really, really cool pops that were released today in their defense.
And those were supposed to be most of them were supposed to be, and it wasn't like an exclusive thing.
No, I think they're all commons from my understanding.
You know,
could be wrong.
Easy to get, and so I need to look. I haven't even looked yet, Stacy. But so those are just a few of the incredibly talented individuals responsible for the Disney parks, who and their contributions are just immeasurable.
Yeah.
You know, their contributions are just are really amazing. I have. Let's see. I don't know if Dean is still in the chat, but thanks, Dean, so much for suggesting this top 10 list.
Yeah.
I must admit, and William knows this, for some reason it was real difficult for me to come up with a top 10 list.
Yeah. I think we always overthink it, you know, because we always try to challenge ourselves a bit and, you know, do something a little bit a little bit different than what everybody else is doing. And so, you know, I think we put a lot more time and effort into it than picking a topic than we really should. But yeah, I mean, you did a great job covering the content. You know, it's a lot of fun to talk about these Disney legends and just really show them the respect and honor that they deserve for, you know, making our trips to the parks and experiencing, you know, this Disney content, making it all magical.
Yeah, absolutely. We do have, let's see, Stacy, there was a 10-inch Babu Frick released today. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
My God, that is life size. You got it, Stacy.
Hey.
Oh my gosh. Stacy snagged that one. I'm going to have to look these up.
There are some really good ones.
Yeah. Mike, there's a Madame Leota snow globe.
I saw that.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what?
I'll have to look it up. I saw it somewhere though.
Okay. I'll definitely, we'll look that one up. Okay. Ray and I are going to do a top 10 Funko Pop vlog. There you go, to put out this week. Absolutely. Stacy. Now I am interested to see that, because I know as much as you love Funkos, I'd be interested to know what your top 10 are. That's and if you're like me, you won't be able to pick just 10. They'll just kind of be 10 of your favorites. So absolutely. Oh, thanks, Russ. Appreciate that. Yeah, we were trying to kind of come up with, you know, with something a little different.
Yeah.
As I said, you know, we kicked around several different things, and I always kind of came back to this, and it took a little bit more digging. And like I said, this has kind of been a challenging week. So I hope y'all enjoyed that.
Yeah, it's always great to take a break, you know, and talk about something uplifting, you know, and talk about Disney and also get to hang out with y'all. You know, we thoroughly, you know, look forward to Tuesday night, and thank you to each of you for being here tonight, participating in conversation, and you know, those two that, you know, that watching Ghost Mode and don't comment. we're thankful that you come and support our content too. So thanks to everybody for being here.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. We do look forward to it. You guys kind of, help us, you lift our spirits.
Yeah.
When it's just tough, and you lift our spirits, and we appreciate it. And we do look forward to Tuesday nights. We do have a channel announcement. And this is one that I've kind of, until we got everything nailed down and as much as we can, I hesitated to make the announcement. But we have, let me see if I can't reach it. Can you reach it?
Yeah, I've got
Can you
it.
reach it? Okay. There's a reason, guys, that I have Olaf. An Olaf plushie. Did you buy this for me?
I believe I got that at the Grapevine Mills Disney Store outlet.
I think you did.
Yeah. So you've got this Olaf here in a grass skirt holding ukulele with a little flower on top of his head.
He does.
And so yeah, we got this plush a few years back and at the Disney Store, at least probably a couple of years ago. And he's really funny.
Yeah.
He's really cute looking. So. I think somebody's already guessed it.
Oh, Stacy. You did not.
She did guess
you
it.
You did not. How did you guess? Oh my goodness.
That's
How
funny.
did you guess?
So yeah, Mom
it.
and Dad and friends are going to Aulani.
We are.
Me and Jillian are not. So a bit of a bummer there, but we are thrilled that they're going to get to go. And so very, very, very excited for them. I know they're going to have a great time.
Yeah. We are super excited about this. This is, now we're gonna be careful, of course. Yeah. The grass skirt. Yeah. The grass skirt. Stacy, you are. Wow. I'm amazed that you guessed. We are looking forward to it. We are hoping to be able to meet up with Elena while we're there. And gosh, it really hasn't hit me yet, guys.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just gonna have to get a little further into it. I'll need to do some kind of a countdown, maybe not as intense as the Lego Star Wars.
Yeah, probably not.
Because that one was a lot of work.
Yeah.
But we're excited about it. We really are. There are some, we'll have to, have paperwork. We'll have to have negative tests for coronavirus, that kind of thing, in order to travel. And we will be safe. We will be going to, as I said, Aulani and staying there. And one other place we'll be staying, but we're looking forward to it. Yeah. It's on the island of Oahu, guys. And so I really hope to do, I will do live streams and some vlogs. It's just going to be incredible. We're looking forward to it. We will be there in February. We're going in February, so we're less than a month out. Let's see, a tropical drink countdown. You guys help me. Help me decide what to do as something for a countdown. That would be cool. Yeah. I do hope more things open, Elena. I do hope more things open. Now there's a lot at Aulani. Aulani, I've looked into it. Guys, I'm using Mickey Travels. Jennifer at Mickey Travels, highly recommend Mickey Travels. Jennifer does a fantastic job for us there. Has really been helping me plan this, to know what's open, what's not, things to do on the island, places to eat on the island, things that are open, things that are not. But there's a good bit open already, so we're looking forward to it.
Elena's made a lot of great suggestions too, so thanks to Elena for that.
Elena, we really appreciate, and I'm still, Elena has sent me such a wonderful list. I am still looking, through some of it. I have that on my list to do, to do a little more digging tomorrow. But yes, we are going to do the Pearl Harbor Memorial. We're going to do the Dole Plantation while we're there. Waikiki Beach, of course. But just we're really excited, guys. And again, we're going to be really careful in travel, as we would always be, but we are really looking forward to it. This is one that Jeff and I have always wanted to go to Hawaii, and so we're looking forward to it.
Stacy, I like the way you think. Will, just think of the things that can bring you back from Atlanta. I like the way you think, Stacy.
So
yeah, I let's see, Alani. I don't know the name of the little guy, but there's like a little turtle that's the mascot.
Oh, the little turtle.
So maybe one of those, little turtle plushes.
Yeah,
it's pretty neat.
Turtle's name, Elena.
Our the Disney store in Grapevine Mills Mall recently had some Alani merchandise on sale, like heavily discounted. Of course, a lot of it was dated 2020, but there was some stuff that wasn't.
Right,
so.
and I did get a magnet.
Yeah,
I got a magnet. I did.
So we were able to get some beforehand, so it's pretty neat.
So I'll be picking up some merch. Guys, I want to do a lot of vlogging. I want to do some live streams there, so you'll be hearing more about this. But I am so excited. I am ridiculously excited. The more I think about it, the more excited I'm going to get. It kind of still seems, I haven't fully grasped it. I don't think, that we're going to get to go. So we do have to, have a negative COVID test, that kind of thing before we travel. We'll be really careful. And so, we hope that all that goes well and that we do get to make the trip. But let's see.
Rush suggests you do a countdown of shorts doing a different hula dance each day.
Okay, well, I don't know, Russ.
That's funny.
I could do that, I suppose, but I don't know if you'd want to see that or not. And besides, I don't know that much about hula dancing. So, but we are excited about it. Hawaii has always been on Jeff's and my bucket list, so we are really, really excited. Once you'd asked about the lounge. Oh, Dad builds. Yeah.
Olu, is it Olu Male? Olu Male is that the name of the turtle? Did I pronounce that right, Elena? Let me know. The little turtle that's the kind of the mascot for
Male. Oh, okay.
Alani.
Yeah, I'll have to get it. I'll have to get a try. I'll have to get some good stuff to good merch to bring back. But we're excited, guys. So hope to bring you along. Hope to do. Oh, thanks, Mike. Thanks for that. And Russ, I would really appreciate it. Yeah, but do you have a grass skirt? That's the thing. I'm going to need a grass skirt, buddy. Yeah, Elena says yes. You got it.
Sweet.
You got it. So. We're looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to going to the Dole Plantation.
Yeah.
There's a ranch there too, and Elena will know, of course. I haven't memorized the name of it, but there's a ranch there too where many, many, many movies were filmed. Jurassic Park was filmed there. We're going to do that one day. But we're going to be there for 7 days. 7 days goes really fast. So we are going to do a luau. Some of the typical touristy stuff, and hopefully this won't be our last trip, and we'll be able to go back. We're going to Oahu this time, and but I would love to do Maui. We really would love to do Maui at some point, and watch Lilo and Stitch to show you learn how to hula, right? Yes.
Kualoa Ranch.
Kualoa.
I'm sure she'll let us know how bad we just butchered that.
But that's it. Yeah, we're planning on doing that one day. So, and I think really, by the time we do Pearl Harbor and the Dole Plantation, hit the beaches,
full trip.
That it's gonna absolutely. Oh, thanks.
Yeah, thanks for being here, Jeff.
Thanks,
you have a
Jeff.
great night.
I appreciate it. That's gonna be that 7 days will go really fast.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, that's our big news, and so we're looking forward to it. And Elena, again, thank you so much for your help in planning, and we hope to meet you while we're there. That would be just awesome. Was there anything else that we needed to announce? I don't know. We did want to thank Dean again for organizing this collaboration. Check out theliveplace.com for a TV guide, really, listing of family-friendly live streams, just like this one. It's fantastic. If, any day of the week you're thinking, well, I'd like to watch a live stream and wonder if anybody's live, you can look at theliveplace.com. Dean keeps that up and does a great job with it, and we really appreciate it. And this top 10 was his idea. So a lot of the other channels are also going to be doing top 10s. So watch for those. Let's see. Provost Park Pass went to Hawaii.
Neat.
They just released some great videos from there. Okay, Mike. Yeah, I have to check those out. Kualoa, you got it. I think you got it, William. I think you hit it. Kualoa Ranch. So
Neat.
yeah, so we're looking forward to it. Again, we hope to live stream. We'll bring back some great vlogs. So we'll let you know as it gets a little closer what we're gonna be able to do and when. We'll keep you posted. We're probably gonna go ahead and wrap it up here, guys. It's about our bedtime and probably everybody else's too. But again, thanks for being here. Kind of, as I said, kind of been a strange week, so I appreciate you guys sticking with me. And my thoughts were not coming as they normally do. Just a lot going on, so we appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for the constant encouragement and support. Really appreciate y'all, and hopefully you enjoy our streams too, because we enjoy talking Disney and enjoy talking Disney with each of you. So remember, if you can dream it, you can do it. We go live every Tuesday night at 9:00 p.m. Central Time. Be sure to join us live or watch on the replay. Like, subscribe, ring the bell if you enjoy tonight's show, so you get notifications when we go live. And check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Or you can email us at thehitchhikingbones@gmail.com. Thanks to everybody in the chat. Obviously, I wasn't available to write everybody down by name, but thanks to everybody for being here. Hopefully, maybe next week, be back home, be able to get everybody written down. But just want to really thank everyone for being here. Welcome in, Disney 626.
Hey, Disney 626.
I'm not sure that I've seen you in the chat before, so.
Welcome. Absolutely.
Yeah, welcome in. Thank you for being here.
And are we right in assuming that you are fond of Experiment 626?
Yeah.
We were just talking about Stitch.
Yeah.
So thank you very much.
But yeah, thanks to everybody for being here. Those that
thanks.
participate in the chat, those that watched in ghost mode and don't comment, we appreciate you and thank you for being here also. So
yeah, thanks. I'm just going through some of the chat. We appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Your encouragement just really means a lot to us. You keep us going. So yeah, we hope we all feel better soon and kind of get back on our feet. And we all have things to deal with. We all have stuff going on.
Yeah, life happens.
Life happens, things, but it's really nice to have some support, and to feel like we can kind of escape to Disney, and we know that you guys we have an incredible community of friends, so we really, really appreciate that. And absolutely, Jillian, you guys keep Jillian in your prayers. And as I said, we've just got some stuff going on.
Yeah.
So, we appreciate it. But thanks, guys. And I can't think of anything else, any other announcements or anything.
Yeah.
Well, Lonnie was kind of our big announcement. So if you guys have any suggestions or, gosh, we would love, feedback from you. We're excited about that trip and look forward to taking you along via live streams and vlogs.
Yeah.
So thanks so much. Thanks, Jim, for being here. We really appreciate it. So, okay. There's always room for one more. So hurry back.
Bye, everyone. Have a great week.
Bye, guys. Thanks, Jonathan. Everybody in the chat, we really appreciate it. If we missed you, we're sorry. No, you did not spoil our announcement, Stacy, but you did it. You guessed it. Good night, guys. We love you.